Hello everyone, welcome to this easy tutorial on how to use Google Ad Manager, formerly known as DFP, which stands for Double Click for Publishers. In this video, we're going to walk you through the steps to create your first ad campaign, also known as an ad order in Google Ad Manager. Whether you're completely new to the platform or just looking for a quick guide to get started, this tutorial is perfect for you. By the end of this video, you know how to create an ad order, set up your first line items, and prepare your ads for display. Let's get started, shall we? First off, what is Google Ad Manager? Google Ad Manager is a free platform by Google that helps you manage and serve ads on your website or app. Think of it as your ad control room. You get to decide what ads show up, where, and how. Here's a quick breakdown of some key terms we'll be using. First, we've got the ad unit. It's a space on your website where an ad can show. Ad tag, a bit of code that tells your site where and how to display ads. Then order is a group of ads from one advertiser. Line item is an individual ad or campaign inside the order. Then you've got creative. This is the actual ad, like an image or HTML banner. Don't worry, this will all make sense once we jump in. So let's begin. First things first, go to admanager.google.com and sign in with your Google account. So we're just going to sign in. So here it says you do not have any Google Ads account. Would you like to create one? Yes, we would. So let's go with new Google Ads account. Alright, now that you're signed in and ready to start, let's click on create your first campaign. This will take us to the next step where we can begin setting up your campaign from scratch. So let's click create your first campaign. The first thing you need to do is add your business information. This is where you'll enter things like your business name, your website, and contact details. It's a crucial part of setting up your account as it helps Google Ads understand who you are and what you're advertising. I'm going to go ahead and enter the details. When you're setting up your account, you want to decide what happens after someone clicks on it. In this case, since we're promoting Brightwave apparel, we'll select go to my website. This is the most common option for e-commerce businesses because it takes customers directly to your online store. So it all depends on your business. So we'll select go to my website and then click next. In this step, Google Ads Manager allows you to link accounts like your YouTube channel, mobile app, or Google business profile. However, since we're focusing on the basics of creating a campaign today, we can skip this for now and move on. You can always come back later to link these accounts if you want to enhance your ad reach. So let's skip this step. Now it's time to choose our campaign goal. For today's tutorial, we'll select page views because we're focusing on driving traffic to a specific page on our website. This could be a product page or any key page you want your visitors to land on. Okay, so we'll just select page views and then click setup. Here we're setting up how to measure our goal, which in this case is page views. We'll enter a URL so Google knows to count every visit to that page as a success. This is a quick way to track conversions without any coding. So we'll go for this option here and click apply. So you're going to have to copy the URL from the page you want people to see, and Google Ads Manager will optimize your campaign for visits to this page. So let's carry on and click apply. In this tutorial we chose page views, but of course you can go for purchases if you're selling something online, subscriptions if you're offering a service, or phone calls if you want customers to call your business directly. To proceed, we'll click next. Alright, now we're moving on to an important step, defining who should see your ads. This is where we get a little more specific about who your target audience is. Google Ads lets you set certain preferences to help your ad reach the right people. First, we've got search themes, which are keywords or phrases that people might search for when looking for a product like yours. These are basically words or phrases that relate directly to your business. For example, for Brightwave apparel, which is the business we're using in this tutorial, we might use words like affordable fashion, summer clothing, or stylish outfits. So once these themes are entered, Google can use them to match your ad with the right search results. Just ensure that you pick themes that truly reflect what your customers are looking for, so they see your ad when they search for products like yours. So let's just type in some themes. Alright, now that we've added some themes, we're going to go ahead and click next. Now we're at the step where we need to create the ad itself and generate some assets. So let's walk through it together. First up, you see an option to enter your landing page URL, or what Google calls the final URL. This is where you want people to land after clicking your ad. Okay, so this is where you type in your URL. For your business, this would be the page on your website that you want people to promote. So that's the URL you should add here. For example, if you've got a product page for a popular item, you'd put that URL here. Next, we need to describe what products or services you're advertising. Okay, so you can just type in your products and services here. Then we've got a section where you need to tell Google what makes your products or services unique. This is important because it helps Google tailor your ad to stand out from the competition. Yeah, so just make sure you add something that's catchy and that makes your services or your business unique. Down here, there's also an option to select pages from your website to enhance and suggest images from. Google Ads will scan your website and suggest images that might work well in your ad. So Google can pull product images from the pages you've linked to help create a visual ad. Alright, so that's what you need for this step, but for the purpose of this tutorial, we're just going to skip it. Now we're in the next step. This step is where you get to add your ad's text, images, and other assets to make sure it's visually appealing and effective. Let's go through it step by step. First, we're starting with headlines. Here, Google allows you to add up to 15 different headlines. You can come up with a variety of short, catchy headlines to grab people's attention. So once you've entered your headlines, Google will mix and match these headlines to find the most effective combination for your campaign. Try to keep them under 30 characters each. Next, we've got long headlines. These are similar to short headlines, but give you a bit more space to describe your offer. Okay, so let's just add some headlines. Yeah, so these are how your short headlines should look. Next, you've got descriptions. Yeah, so just ensure you add a short one and a long one. Then next, you'll be prompted to add images. Google allows you to add a landscape image to your ad. Google might suggest images from your website if you linked your site earlier. Just upload an image that best represents your business or product. Next, you see an option to add a logo. This is important for brand recognition, so make sure to upload your logo here. Then the next step is to add videos. If you don't have a video, Google can automatically create one using your images and text. But if you do have a video, you can upload it here. A short video showing off your latest collection or behind the scenes look at your brand would work well. Then for your call to actions, you see options like contact us, test, about us, and all of that. So it all depends on which best suits your brand or your business. Then you've got lead forms. If you're looking to collect leads, you can add a lead form for people to fill out, like subscribing to your newsletter for exclusive discounts. So that's what your lead forms are for. Then once everything's set up, you can review automatic assets. These are suggestions Google makes based on the information you provided, like generating text, descriptions, and even video assets. It's good to review these and ensure they're in line with your brand's message. So once you're done entering the details, you can click next and proceed. Alright, and just right here at the right, you can see the ad preview. Yeah, so this is what your ad's gonna look like. And you click next and continue. Now we're at the part where we need to set our bid strategy. This is where we decide how we want Google to focus our budget. The goal here is to get the most page views or conversions for your budget, depending on what you're aiming for. Next, if you click this drop down, you can see conversion value. This is another option, but it's typically used when you want to optimize for the value of conversions, like a higher priced item or service. Alright, let's carry on. So here, we need to set our daily budget. This is the amount you're willing to spend on your campaign every day to help you reach your goals, like getting more page views or conversions. So Google will also make sure you don't spend more than your daily budget times the average number of days in a month. Alright, so once you're done with everything, and remember, you can always adjust this later, you can click save or continue to proceed with your ad campaign setup. After this, you should be good to go. Google will start running your campaign and will use your budget to get the most page views based on the settings you've selected. And that's it. We've now gone through the process of setting up a Google Ads campaign, from selecting your goal, choosing your audience, adding your assets, and finally setting your budget. Remember, you can always adjust your budget and targeting later as you see how your campaign performs. Thank you for watching.